I'm hopping back on here to talk about the Seint summer sale that is still going on. It was from the 10th and it's going on till the 15th. And I am going to showcase specifically these two shades, Pineapple and Grape, that look super, super weird, but they are amazing to have in your collection because you could adjust any other tone of cream makeup that you have in your collection. Any brand, not just Seint. Okay, so how's about I try first with another product. This is Besame. I love these. Besame Cosmetics is, they have period cosmetics, like replicas of vintage cosmetics that they come across, and this very much is like 1940s, type of bullet style lipstick. Oh, I love their aesthetic so much, and their products are really nice too. So this particular lipstick is called Chocolate Kiss, and I love these. This is very reminiscent of like sandstone or rosewood, which I'm also going to do a demo with mixing of the pineapple and the grape, and rosewood is also on sale. One thing about Besame that I like is they have these little corners where you could do like your lip liner. And even though this is called Chocolate Kiss, there's a little bit of redness into it, which I love. So cute. I really, really love this shade. So yeah, so these bullets are really adorable. So Besame Cosmetics, I'll put it in the link down below of everything that I used. And then I'm also using my Worth It lip plumper that was underneath that lipstick. And this is from Beauty Society because, as you know, I am now with Beauty Society because my skincare game has just leveled up. And the customers that I have on their regimes now, I'm getting great feedback from them. So yes, Beauty Society also has makeup and skincare infused makeup. So this has plumping, and it has like peptides in the formula to keep everything nice and plump and juicy. And this is what I have underneath that Besame. Now let me try to cool it down with the Grape, and that's this. These are gloss formulas from Seint, and when I swatch it, when I put this on, it looks like so crazy to people because it's like straight up purple. And there's this also reminds me of the 80s. Do you remember, those of you like remember this literally was the shades of lipstick that were out, and you just put it on straight like this. It was like a lilac, exactly like this. I can't remember. There were so many different, pretty much like even at the drugstore, you would see like these colors everywhere. All right, so let me just put this on. So you see how it pinked it up. And because it's a gloss, it feels so good. So it almost made it into like, very interesting. I'm going to wear this like this summer. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's almost like it still has a little bit of that warmth, that sandstone type warmth underneath, but a purple undertone, I guess you could say, but not straight up purple like how the swatch was. Oh, you know what? You could probably see it on here. It looks like a rosy. I'm trying to, because there's a little bit of brown into it, so it's like its own signature color. I love it. That is so, so cute. Okay, now let's go on to the Seint stuff because I want to do some demos on my cheeks and then also do a couple of swatches. So I have a couple of items here. This whole thing up on top, these are all on sale. So this is Pineapple, Grape, like I said, Jolene, and then this here is Rosewood. So first of all, let me see what is going to be the easiest. So this is, let me make sure that this is off of here, what I just did. Okay, Pineapple and Grape. So you see this is like straight up yellow. Although on deeper skin tones, when they put this on by itself, it almost gives them like a golden glaze, which is gorgeous, like on deeper skin tones, medium, deep skin tones. So on a summer night, medium, deep skin tones, you could wear this by itself and just look like very like glazy and glowy. I'm totally into this summer glaze makeup look because you'll see that I'm doing like a whole series, like on different, like that's what I plan on doing. Different like tones of the summer glaze and using different products. And I just finished filming. This is only bronzer and Illuminator as a summer glaze with no lip and cheek. I'm going to add them now because I wanted to do this demo. And then here's Grape, the one that I just showed you. So warm and cool. Now, here is Jolene and then Rosewood. So you see how warm these are and crazy pigmented. So of course you do not need that much, but for swatching purposes. So Jolene, Rosewood. All right, so now let's see how I'm going to do this because I want to show it on both sides of the same swatch if I can. Okay, all right, so let's see. This is, you could tell which is which, Jolene and Rosewood. Now, I think what I'm going to do is, let me try, yeah, I'll do the pineapple. Oh, look, this is the pineapple. See how like yellow and gold that looks? So let me leave that there. So I am going to do this on top. So this here, let me see if I could do it and tap it out. And then you could go back and forth. So it will give you also that little orangey pop, but because the yellow is also warm, but it almost shears it out because this is very stark orange. Let me see if I can put it up here. It looks way more orange and this gives you more glossy. So this is really nice if you're aiming for this tone. Now for the grape down here, I'll put it. And you can see how it's turning almost reddish. There is also in the Fruit Punch collection, there was a cherry and a watermelon, and the watermelon was like fuchsia, gorgeous but sheer. Cherry of course was red, and this to me looks like you could make it with this Jolene and with these. You know, this almost looks to me a cross between cherry and watermelon. So you see the difference between that stark orange in the middle. This is with pineapple, and this here is with the grape, Jolene and grape. I'll do the same thing over here with Rosewood. Let me make sure I didn't mess up my swatch. Okay, I redid the Rosewood because I think I got a little overzealous and went next door. Okay, so same exact thing. Let me do pineapple on the bottom. So let me get this off of my fingers because I had Jolene on there. So it's going to be the same kind of concept, but Rosewood is deeper. It almost looks like a bronzer, which sometimes I use it as that. Like in the, oh, this lip color is so cute. It's like a warmer pink, but I could still see the cool tone in it. It's very interesting. Okay, so here is pineapple with the Rosewood. And then sometimes, like, of course, you go back and forth. So that looks very yellow, but then I have the Rosewood here and just add it back and you could go back and forth. So it's very easy, of course. You know, it's like finger paints. Really fun. You could even do this with the brushes, really. Okay, so you see how it gave it, it's still kind of in the orange family, but it's glossier, more sheer, and it just looks kind of in the same tonal family. Now let me do the cool tone. Now that is going to be different, I feel like, because you would never think to put like the purple on top of there, but just the way that these behave, because they're glossy, but not too glossy. They do have some body to them, which is why they end up sticking very well. So here's that on the bottom of Rosewood here. And put some more purple. Go back to Rosewood. Go a little back and forth. So, and it doesn't take you long to get there. So now this here, let me make sure I've got enough of the grape. Yes. Okay, that's cute. All right, so if you could see in between there, these are the true swatches of Jolene, and then that one here is Rosewood, of course, but you see how this is almost like a plummy brown, but a plummy warm brown. So you could literally come up with like your own concoctions, and very easily. That did not take me long at all. So now I am going to show you some pinks that are not on sale, but they're staple colors, like pink grapefruit, dahlia, which are great for summer blushes just on their own. But then you could also do the trick where you could mess with it with the pineapple and the grape. First things first, I gotta get this stuff off of here, but just one more look. Pineapple is on the top, and then this is with grape on the bottom, and I'm just going to use a little bit of my micellar water. And this one is actually from, we have a lot of in Chicago, there's of course like all different communities. In the Polish community, they're really huge on skincare, so they have like their own like skincare shops. And this one I absolutely love. It has arnica in it, and I think this is imported. Yes, it's from Poland. So really great skincare they have. So I'm just going to wipe this off. I'm just going to put it on a little napkin and get this off so I could do the other swatches. All gone. Smells good too. All right, so let me show you what I have here for pinks. Now, these are some of my favorites down here. So this here, oh, you know what? This one is also on sale. This is called Wildflower, and looks very, very light, very, very pink. Some people use this if they have really deep, dark discoloration. This could be a dual purpose product, where you could do it like on your dark circles first to color correct, kind of like Demi, but it's a different consistency, but it could still give you that same kind of color cancellation, but a little more sheer. And then you put your highlight on top of it. And some people have really great success with that. This is Dahlia, this is Pink Grapefruit, and this is Tropicana. And this one is really interesting. You could wear this by itself, or you could probably do it with grape, because the yellow I feel like would just make it like a little more warm, because this is already a semi-gloss. So pretty for summer. Oh my God. All right, so I'm going to do all the swatches, and then I will do the mixing and show you the difference. First of all, how gorgissimo are these colors on their own? Wildflower, Dahlia, Pink Grapefruit, and then this is Tropicana. So you can see there's a bit of a glow here. And please excuse all of this. I said it in another video. I was like, I do have cats, but I don't think that's what this is from. I was like messing around with boxes and stuff, so who knows? My skin is like kind of sensitive, so I always get like things that end up like popping up, and I'm like, what is that from? So yeah, please disregard that stuff. But yeah, so here we go. So I'm going to do, yeah, so Tropicana. This is the one that is also 40% off, and it's gorgeous for the summer just by itself, and I just love the gleam. Again, the summer glaze. That is probably going to be one of the ones that I'm going to include. Oh, sorry, I need my fan because I get like a little warm. It's warm. It's getting hot. It's getting hot over here. So we have the air on and everything, but look at this. So just like, you know, hot flash situation. So sometimes I need a little break, so hopefully this is not too distracting. But anyway, the that is also going to be part of my summer glaze look that I'm going to do for my skin, and I am going to do a video probably just with the Tropicana, so I could really show that, because this is part of the permanent line, so it is always going to be available. Ah, good Lord, I just realized I don't think I introduced myself in the beginning. Sometimes I forget to do that when I get like I start going, and that's it. So anybody that is new here, my name is Lisa. I'm a licensed esthetician, and I've been for 23 years, and my channel is all about helping you navigate your skincare and makeup. And I work primarily with two companies, which is Seint and Beauty Society, which give you an excellent finish. Beauty Society also has skincare, which I love, and the results have been really impressive. Not just me, but also the results from my customers. Okay, back to the swatches. All right, so first I'll do the same thing where I do like on the top part, I'll do the pineapple and make sure that I have this down here as well. Man, when I was just talking, I just got like a tickle in my throat, so I had to like, whew, man. I think it's allergies. So now that I'm back on here, and if you see my eyes watering, that's why. Lord. All right, so here is Wildflower, and this is the pineapple. And like I said, you go back and forth. Now you'll see the difference and how this turns at peach. So if you needed some sort of a color corrector, or some people actually really like these kind of colors on their lips and stuff, it's not for me. Like, this would never work for me. But you see how it turned it way more peach, because that's what that pineapple does. You can see the difference. So here's the pinkiness, and then if you like something a little bit more peach, this looks like a 60s peach to me. So if you're into those colors, or you have the option to make that color, if you ever, you know, like if the mood ever strikes you to, you know, get either a lip color like that or even a cheek color. Now let's try, let me just continue doing the pineapple all the way across. So the next one is going to be with Dahlia. And I'll put that down there. Okay. First I tap, and then if I have to go back and forth, because I usually do, and then you like kind of sandwich it. So this looks to me like it makes it a little bit more, yeah, a little more orangey, but still has that punchy pink. A melon? It kind of looks like melony to me, which that's really cute. Which one is Dahlia here? Super cute. All right, so now the next one is going to be Pink Grapefruit, and that one has more of a purple undertone, I feel like. I'm trying to get it to where I'm not like mixing everything all over. All right, so then pineapple again, the yellow, and see if I could put it more toward this side so I don't get into the Dahlia that I just did. Like go under here. And it's really easy to go like in between your colors because everything is like right here laid out. Okay. Let me see what I'm doing here. Yes, so you can see it warms it up, but it still has that punchiness of that pink grapefruit. So this one is more melon. This one's close. It looks a little bit more pink on me though. And I wish that it could pick it up on here, but it looks more pink than this one. This one looks like more melon. Now with Tropicana, I think it's going to still stay close to Tropicana, but if you wanted a little bit more of the glow from the pineapple, I think there's probably going to be more of a difference putting grape on it. I would assume. All right, so there's that. This is the pineapple. So you can see like it's very yellow because that Tropicana is so sheer. So let me do, whoa, all right. Yeah, it ends up coming out more gold. So if you want that like J-Lo gold, I think that'll give it to you. It almost looks like a highlighter. That's really pretty. That's actually really nice. It almost looks like a copper glaze. Copper glaze. I don't know if it would look good on my skin tone, but I think it would on some deeper skin tones. I think it would look gorgeous. All right, so let's do the grape now, all the way across the other way. And I'm trying to see, make sure that I don't have... Okay, so again, here's Wildflower. And now I'm going to mix the grape into it. And like I said, just go back and forth a little bit between. You don't need much. It's almost like a little sandwich technique. So, oh wow, look at that. So it almost looks like a lighter version of that Totally 80s lilac lipstick. So this will give you like a softer look. So if you wanted something that was like the straight up, let me put it next to it. Just the grape itself, because that's what it reminds me of. This is the Totally 80s by itself, and this is like way more subdued. I'm trying to get the lighting right. Almost like a peachy undertone, but I could really see that lilac component. So that's cute, but it's way more subtle. So if you wanted that look, you could get that easily. All right, now let's go into Dahlia with the grape. And then let me get Dahlia ready here. So let me start this process. And I feel like it's just going to make it more almost like a Barbie. Yeah, see? It almost looks close to pink grapefruit, but more purple. More of that purple component down there. And here is the true Dahlia in between. Okay, all right, now let's go to pink grapefruit and grape, and it's gonna make it real cool because pink grapefruit is already cool, like cooler, not super cool. Baby watermelon is another shade that we have that is like pink grapefruit, but more cool. So maybe it'll make it like that. I don't have baby watermelon. I probably should pick it up because I always feel like I wouldn't be able to use it. Yeah, it's like way purple, and then let me put some more pink grapefruit on it. Is the sandwich. Is that? Yeah, that's it. So it's like cooler than baby watermelon you could get if you do pink grapefruit with grape. Cute. Okay, so let's see what happens with the Tropicana. And then I'm going to try one on the cheeks. I think I'm going to do grape and rosewood, because those are the ones that are on sale, and I love rosewood, and I just want to see, I really liked that kind of plummy brown tone, even though it's summer, but you can wear whatever you want, whenever you want, especially for evening looks. Sometimes I like to punch it up and do like a darker blush. I love it. All right, so let's see. Grape. Here, I'll put this down here on Tropicana, and again, these are both glossy, even though Tropicana, I think Tropicana is a semi-gloss, I believe. I think it might be a semi-gloss. So it has a little more body to it, but it still has a sheen. Yeah, here she is. Okay, so there's that. And you see it looks more grape, but if you go between the two, back and forth, let's see what happens. That's cute. It's kind of like a sheer pink, almost like a bronzy, and this is kind of like coppery. Like, that's really cute, dude. Okay. Okay. So, endless possibilities that you could do with this, you know, if you pick up the grape and the pineapple, and you could mix with any cream. And the consistency is just really, really nice. It's more sheer, so it won't compromise the formula of anything else. So this, and of course with Seint, it works with everything with Seint. And yeah, you could do whatever you want. You could even do 3 color combos if you wanted to. But yeah, I mean, I could really get into the weeds and get all nuts with that. But for the most part, you could see it, you know, warms up or cools down, and you could make like any concoction that you wish. Okay, so now let me remove these, because now I'm going to go into that Rosewood and Grape on my cheeks for cheek color and see how that goes. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it. I'm also going to show you another brush that we have that, you know, because there's brushes on sale that are also 40% off, which is crazy. It's such a great deal. And this is one of the older style brushes, but the rose gold brushes are the ones that are going to be on sale. You'll see it on the site. This one is called the Smudge Brush, and I just actually used it in my last video to put on bronzer, because that's what this is. That's all this is on my eyes, is bronzer. And I love doing this. And as long as you put any of the creams, they're all dual purpose. You could put them on your eyes, contours. You could even do some lip and cheeks depending on the shade that you want. And if you put them on sheer enough, they won't crease. So it's really amazing, and it is quick, and it looks supple, and yeah, it just makes it, you know, adds to that summer glaze look even on the eyes. All right. Now, what I was saying was you could use the Smudge Brush for anything. You could do like the eyeshadow, under eye concealer, because you have like these little pinpoints. Some people even put on their main highlight with it, like the Seint highlight. You could even use it, and I have used it like with my Beauty Society cream stick. Let me see. Let me take this off of here because I had the bronzer, but it's easily wiped off. I just have a microfiber towel there, which the white ones are also 40% off. The set of the white ones. I've got the gray. I also have the white ones, but I really like the gray ones. But yeah, you could do, like if you need a, you know, a little bit of spot correcting, you could do that. And I did very light coverage today. I didn't even do demi today. But yeah, so this is a great brush to have because it's dual purpose. And I am just going to show you, I'm going to put on my cheek colors with it. And I'm going to start with the Grape. Here we go. I think I'll use this side. Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to put your fingers in there. So sometimes these are really handy to have. The Smudge Brush. Especially if you want it more sheer. Now, if you want, actually, because I want more punchiness, because I really want to see the color, then you use your finger. But if you don't want to put on your highlight, especially too thick, this is a great brush to do it with. So now that I put that on there, I'm like, I wanted more oomph. All right. So here's the purple. And then I'm going to go into, because I really want you to see like the transformation and the color change on the cheeks. And the Rosewood. That's like super pigmented, but I'm just going to do one dot there and there. And again, I'll just go back and forth because I'll probably have to add more Grape in order to change to the tone that I want, that kind of plummy brown. And then my blush and bronzer brush, which is one of my favorites. And then this is like adding to my bronzer too. You might be able to see it better on this side. Okay. So there's the Rosewood, and it looks like the Rosewood, but you kind of could see a little bit of the coolness. And then on this side, do the same thing. So you just keep going back and forth until you're happy with it, and it's very, very easy to do because everything is right there, literally at your fingertips. I'm trying to get it to where you could see. And then I always go overboard, always. So I have my foundation brush here. I always tend to go lower than I want. And you see, like, cream makeup is so forgiving and easy to fix. Please ignore these because these are also blemishes that I didn't cover on purpose. Because sometimes when I do the light, I'm going to recover this because I just wiped it off. When I do light coverage, I don't necessarily get too crazy on that. As long as the distractions of blemishes are more subdued, it still looks like your skin, and you just look like more glowy, you know, so more supple, which is what I love. All right. Let me see if I want to cool it up a little bit more, because you can, obviously. You can do whatever you want. You can keep it more warm, like the rose gold. And I'm doing this in real time, so you can see the process. And then even if you were to do Grape by itself, it gives a little bit more of a berry cheek. Is that correct? Not necessarily berry, because berry makes you think of like fall. It's hard to explain. It's almost like a very light cherry cheek with Grape by itself. So the Rosewood is still there because it's so pigmented, but I wanted more of this purple tone. So sometimes if you want it a little more warm, add more Rosewood. You want it a little bit more cool and more of that like kind of cherry. I don't know if you could tell. I'm hoping that you could tell in this lighting. Add more Grape. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back to, I didn't get too crazy on this one, but, and it's really easy to cover blemishes. And I use Demi as well. Sometimes I have acne scars here, so sometimes this is a little bit difficult because of the depressions in my skin, but for the most part the discoloration is gone, and as long as I'm not like excessively rubbing my face, it's going to stay put, and it stays all day. So the cream makeup is great, and you could powder if you want. I don't, because I'm a little bit more on the drier side, but it's up to you. You could even strategically powder your T-zone, whatever you want. I have my powder in here because these palettes are magnetic, and you change these all out. My shadows are down here. I also have a brush cleaning tile for the eyeshadow. So it's really nice to have everything in one place, and there's different size palettes available, different size options. Okay, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed that. I really, really like, I think you could see it a little bit better here, where you can see kind of, you know, first of all, the sheen, which is the summer glaze. I keep saying that over and over again. And even on my lips. So that was that Besame color, and put it on with the Grape, and I added more Grape because that's what I wanted as a tone. Let me see if I just do a dab more, if I want it. There. So that added back in a little bit more of the kind of like a sandstone rosewood type of a color, but it made it look a little bit more red rather than any of the brown that is in here, because it's being cooled down by the Grape. So yeah, I like that. That is what's happening. As you can even see here, it still kind of has a little bit of that rosewood sandstone essence to it, but that Grape really cooled it down. And I love it. It kind of like met in the middle. Okay, so that is it. Thank you so much for your support and for being here and for hanging out as always. And I will see you soon.